right, what up, people? What's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in today's show, I'm gonna be talking about why women don't want to talk to you. Okay? I'm gonna be talking about that because what's funny. I've been watching a lot of comments under my videos, and dude just saying stuff like, because I be talking about like, hey, listen, man, it's not just about this looks thing. It's not about just one thing or this thing or that thing. And guys are saying, look, man, if a chick doesn't think you're cute or attractive, she's not gonna want to talk to you. Period. You know what I'm saying? And but I want to go into this whole like thing of like why women don't want to talk to certain guys, also why women wouldn't want to talk to you, different things like that. But who we got in the chat room? Shout out to VP Films, got Juice, SW247X, The Smart One, McCann Cornell, Jay Bishop, Chrislyn Jackson, Jermaine Jones, Tony Brown Jr. was good. Was popping. Ed Dowling was going on. Ed Dowling said it's all about looks, you don't understand my plight. Hilarious. That's funny. But before we get into all that, remember guys, make sure you get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day ebook, hard copy, or audiobook, or get all three. You feel me? And these always come with a bonus audio. So if you guys have ordered this and you didn't get your bonus audio, holler at me. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to get the bonus audios with this book or the ebook or the audiobook. And I know the audiobook and the ebook it'll be in the same package, but when you get the hard copy, you're also supposed to get the bonus audios. You feel what I'm saying? Man. Jermaine Jones, you say you found out the most dangerous thing in life is love? Oh, man, that's hilarious. I'll touch on that a little bit maybe later on. But what I wanted to talk about real quick is why chicks won't talk to you. Or why chicks aren't really gonna fuck with you when when you're trying to holler at them, right? Now, one thing that I really notice most of the time in the game is you have a lot of guys out there when they talk to women, they have this energy about them where they almost feel like they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. They don't feel comfortable being in that situation. So they're not approaching a girl with confidence, and they're not approaching a girl with this energy of, yeah, I'm talking to you, what's good, I'm comfortable being here, what's popping, what's going on with you. They have this energy of, I hope she likes me, or I hope I'm not bothering her. Like, even I hear guys say, hey, excuse me, miss, I'm sorry to bother you. I don't mean to interrupt you. All of that energy, that's not cool. See, when you're talking to a girl, right, you always want to have you always want to have that energy that you should be in this situation. And that you being in the situation is beneficial not only for her, but let's say she's with friends or whatever, for everyone in the situation. So for example, a lot of times you'll be at maybe a bar, at a club or something, you see girls in groups, and a lot of guys are scared to talk to girls in groups and all that other shit. But the thing is that if you're talking to people and you have this cool, calm, collected energy, like, hey, I'm chilling, I'm having fun, I'm not intimidated by anybody here, I'm just doing my thing, I'm introducing myself to y'all, how are you doing, what's your name, what you about, what's good, I'm so and so, what's popping. We here to socialize, we're here to meet, we're here to have fun. You have that type of energy, people are going to be more receptive to you, and women are going to be more receptive to you. But see, the thing is, if you're hesitating, if you're tiptoeing, if you're scared to approach, if you're scared to talk to girls, if you feel like, you're bothering them, if you feel like you're not supposed to be in the situation, then it's going to be hard for you to talk to these girls, and then they're not going to want to talk to you. You understand? Because it's like this. It's like, even sometimes when I go to, like, let's say I'll go to a bar or something, or an event, and I go by myself a lot of times. So sometimes I might see a group of 3 girls sitting, having drinks or whatever. Sometimes I might see a group of girls and guys chilling. And what I do is I'll walk up to the group and I'll just start talking to everybody. And so the fact that I'm chilling and I'm comfortable talking to everybody, and I don't have this energy where I need to be talking to you, and I can leave at any time and it's all good. They're more receptive to me because this is the thing. People just don't like being around people who are awkward and who just give off this like weird vibe. You understand what I'm saying? So if you are chilling and you're having fun and they see that you're cool, they're going to be more receptive, right? Because you seem like you belong there. That's really what it's about. Like when you, especially when you're talking to groups, it should seem like you belong in that group, not that you're trying to get in, not that you're nervous to go in a pro. No, you like what I'm saying is, if I walked into the club, it should look like you and that group of people were friends for years. You understand? When I see you talking to a woman, just a one woman one-on-one, it should seem like you and that woman is almost like together. Like if I walked in a club and I saw you and a girl talking, I shouldn't, in that split second, I shouldn't be able to tell whether or not this is your girlfriend or wife or whoever, or just, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be able to tell because the energy and the situation should lend itself to where that interaction brings that type of the energy out within the girl. Ed Dowdling, you said, aren't people naturally put off by folks they don't know, though? No, this is the thing. People are put off by folks they don't know when those folks enter the situation and don't have any social skills. You see what I'm saying? If you have social skills and you know how to talk to people, people are cool as hell a lot of times. Now, you're going to run into some people who are going to be on some bullshit, some people who are going to be negative. It happens. But see, you don't let any of that affect you. You see what I mean? So the thing is, people are going to respond to you how you're coming at them. If you're coming at them real nervous and shaky and you're scared to talk or whatever, like let's say, because I've seen guys do this a lot where they'll be like a group of girls and there's one girl they want to talk to. They'll go up to that one girl and they say something to her and she might say something back to him a little bit, but then he just sort of stands there because he forgot what to talk. He don't know what to say. He's run out of shit to say, and then it's kind of like awkward. And then so the girl's feeling awkward because now she's in the middle between you and her friends. So she's looking at her friends like, what's going on, and her friends are looking at her like, what's up with this guy? You feel what I'm saying? Versus if you came up, talked to the whole group, had a conversation. Hey, how you ladies doing? Oh, how's your night going? Okay, cool. What's your name? Cool. How do you guys know each other? All right, cool. That's what's up. Yeah, so you know what I mean? So there's that cool energy where the whole group is involved, so now you become part of that group. You see what I'm saying? When you're talking to a chick on the street, when you're by yourself, right? And it's just you and her, or you at a bar, you're just talking to you and one girl or whatever, right? The thing is that you have to be so confident to where when you're talking to her, you understand that the interaction's going to go well because you know how to lead and guide that interaction in a certain direction. You understand? VP Films, you said people look to strong men for the lead. It gets awkward fast if the guys are not taking the lead. Exactly. And so that's the thing. Women are not going to want to talk to you if you don't take that lead, if you don't know how to lead that conversation and guide that conversation. You see what I'm saying? And this is why having social skills is important. This is why going out to practice talking to girls is important, because you need to know how to have those conversations. You need to know how to read people. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes if you're on the street trying to holler at a girl, right? What I notice a lot of guys will do is they'll talk to her, ask her a whole bunch of questions, but they're not getting to the point. You understand? They're not getting to the point. And so since they're not getting to the point, a lot of times these chicks, they be like you ever talk to a chick, and I'm sure this happened to some of you guys, where you try to talk to a girl in the street, and she may talk to you for a little, for a few minutes or a minute or two. Then she says, oh, well, it was nice meeting you. And then she just walks away. You understand? And that happens because you didn't get to the goddamn point. So if you actually had a girl who stopped to talk to you, and you're just asking her, "Oh, so yeah, we're having nice weather, aren't we? And what's going on? And how are you? And what are you up to today? Just regular shit." You understand? And you do that, and she's gonna be like, "Okay, well, it's good to talk to you. I gotta go." Right? So that's gonna happen a lot when you don't get to the goddamn point. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, a lot of guys don't know how to keep the conversation going. So when you're talking to a chick on the street, the thing is, I say it's really good to get to the point as quick as possible, and keep that shit pushing. In other situations, you can talk to the girl. Let's say if you aren't doing nothing and she's not doing nothing, you can talk to her a little bit more and actually do something that moment. Be like, "Yo, what you doing right now? You're not doing cool? Let's go get some coffee at Starbucks real quick." Then you got an instant date. You feel what I'm saying? But that is something you need to know how to keep the conversation going in order to do that. Right? Now, another thing that is fucking up a lot of dudes in these situations. College sat and Ali said, how do we keep the conversation going? Well, this is why I tell you guys to go to badboymembership.com, because I have a few things on there that tells you how to keep the conversation going. But I'll give you a few tips here, right? So, first of all, even before I get into that, first of all, when should you and shouldn't you keep the conversation going? Because there's times when you shouldn't even keep the conversation going. There's times when you should really cut the conversation off and close the deal. So let's start with that first. Let's say if you are in the street and you see a girl walking and you walk with her and you start talking to her, but she's like walking like she's like in a rush somewhere or whatever, right? And so as you're walking, you're talking to her, right? But you want to get to the point fast, right? So in that situation, you don't necessarily need to keep the conversation going. You just want to get to the point where she recognizes that you're talking to her, right? She sees you talking to her. She's probably saying something back to you real quick as you're walking, and then you say, "Hey, listen, I gotta head down this way, or I'm heading up that way, or around the corner, or whatever. But listen, I thought you was really attractive. Me and you should get together sometime. Here's my card. Give me a call." You understand? So then you just cut it off this way. You don't need to keep the conversation going, right? Let's say if you were chilling in a park, and you see a girl sitting on a bench, and you sat down next to her, and you start talking to her. Y'all not really going anywhere. This is where you can keep the conversation going, right? And so, one of the easiest ways to keep the conversation going is to ask her questions, right? But see, what you got to understand about this asking questions thing is you don't want to just keep asking questions. You still eventually want to lead the interaction somewhere. Either you just closing the deal by getting her information, or getting the situation to go somewhere else and progress somewhere else. So, but let's say you see that girl in the park, you sit next to her, and what you do is to keep the conversation going is you ask questions. So let's say you sat down, let's say she was reading a book. You see her, has a book in her hand, and you sit down and you be like, "Hey, what's that book you reading?" And she's like, "Oh, it's so and so." And you're like, "Oh, it's what's that about? Is that good?" And so y'all start talking about that, right? And then you can get into more personal shit, about her. So where you from? What's going on with you, right? What are you doing out here today, right? And then so as she's talking to you, then you listen to what she's saying, and then you use what she's saying to continue the conversation. And this is like the most basic and simplest thing you can do to keep a conversation going. So for example, if you say to the girl, "Hey, where are you from," or whatever, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm from Switzerland, but I just moved here, to the US last month," right? So now she says she's from Switzerland, so then you use the word Switzerland and then ask another question. "Oh, cool. So what's going on in Switzerland? How's it over there? What made you want to move from Switzerland to New York or whatever?" Right? So now you're keeping the conversation going. Now that the conversation is going, what you want to do is, right, and this is the second step, is that you want to make sure you're inserting flirtatious conversation in what you're talking about, right? So the thing is, if let's say for example she says, "Oh yeah, I came from Switzerland because for work because I'm working for some you know modeling agency or whatever," right? And then so now what you can do is in that scenario, there's a time for you to get flirty. There's a time for you to play around. There's a time for you to, you can flip. And this is the thing, you can flip anything to make it flirtatious, make it witty, make it, fun or whatever, right? So if she says, "Oh yeah, I came here, for modeling or whatever, and all this other stuff and all that other stuff," right? And then you be like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of cool, man. Like I think it's very courageous that." A woman like you would actually be brave enough to get into the adult entertainment industry because you looking as sexy as you are. What videos can I see you on with your modeling and stuff? So you're basically telling her she does porn, but you're joking around with it. You understand what I'm saying? So she'll probably like, no, laugh about it, like, no, not that type of model. I'm doing this, whatever. So the thing is that you're keeping the conversation going and at the same time flirting. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the problem. Some guys will keep the conversation going, but not flirt, which is a waste of time. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing you got to understand. And now, what I want to, and this what I'm about to tell you guys is super, super fucking important. That's going to help you out extremely when you're talking to women, which is going to separate you from most guys. Right? And it's this. Is that when you are talking to a girl, right? You want to ask yourself this question. This is very important. When you're talking to a girl, you want to ask yourself this question while you're having a conversation and you're trying to interact with her, right? You want to ask yourself, has she heard this before? Okay? And I'm talking about, think about that throughout the whole interaction. Hold on, I'm going to take calls in a second. Give me a second. I'm going to take calls in a second. You want to ask yourself, has she heard this before? What do I mean by this? What I mean is, within your conversation and your interactions with her, right? Is the conversation you're having a conversation she's had with a whole bunch of other dudes? Now you might be saying, well, how do I know if she had this conversation? And here's a tip to know if she's had this conversation. You most likely will know that she's had this conversation if you also have had this conversation multiple times. You understand? So what I mean is, if you're talking to a girl and it's very, very regular, platonic, run-of-the-mill conversations that you've had over and over again with women. So let's say you're at a bar or something, you're talking to a girl, and you get into this long drawn out of, like, what do you do? And where are you from? And, what brings you here? And, like all that type of shit, right? That's regular conversation that women have had over and over again. And you've probably had over and over again. So what happens is that when you're talking to these girls, you sound the same as everybody else, right? And it becomes very boring and regular and just, it's like, it's filler type of shit. Now, there's nothing wrong with having that type of conversation for a minute. You understand? Real quick, minute and a half. Yeah, you first go up to a girl, hey, how's it going? Where you from? And what's going on with you? That's cool for a minute, right? But as soon as you get some information out of her, right? At any point, you want to switch it and flip it into something more interesting, right? So basically what happens is that when you start to flip it, you now bring the conversation and the interaction to something different that she hasn't really, had before. And the thing is, what you want to happen is You want something that will make, well, it's sort of like perks her energy up, meaning that, you can tell when this happens based off of her reaction to you. You understand? So I remember one time I was at this this event or whatever, and I'm talking to this girl, and I just started out just on some regular shit like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? How's your night? And she's like, oh yeah, it's real good. It's cool and all that. And then, so what happened was that she had on this like funny like polka dot dress type of shit. And then I said, yo, I was like, that dress is interesting. That's really brave of you to like wear something like that, because I don't think most people wear that. She's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And I was like, no, I'm just saying it's polka dots. Like, you look like a cartoon character or something. You know what I mean? Like, and then so she starts laughing, and she's like, oh, you don't like my dress? Like, no, I like it. It's cool, but I'm just saying it's most people don't have the courage to be as like cool like that. You know what I mean? The way you're coming at it, right? So now I'm already just ruffling the feathers a little bit just off of that. Now what happened was, as we were talking, she told me that she had a boyfriend, and that she was going out with him for, I think, maybe like 4 or 5 months or something like that, right? So what happened was, she was like, oh, me and my boyfriend, we've been, we was talking about relationships. So she mentioned a boyfriend. She said they've been together for 4 or 5 months, and I was like, oh, that's new. That's not even nothing. That's not even like really significant. She was like, what are you talking about? I was like, nah, it's too early. Like, it's too soon. Like, I was like, listen, it's so early that I could literally take you away from him right now. Like, I could get with you if I wanted to right now. You understand? Like, and so she's like, what are you talking about? No, you can't. Like, and then we're going back and forth. So now, my question to you is, how many guys do you think that she talked to that night, maybe that week, where she was having a conversation like that? Probably not many. You feel what I'm saying? So she probably could have said to another guy, oh, I have a boyfriend, but he never took it to that other, level. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that you differentiate yourself from other guys by doing different shit, saying and having conversations about interesting things, and those things and those conversations should be very playful, flirty, and that type of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And then, so that makes women want to talk to you more. See, a big part of this is the playfulness. Dudes, a lot of times, be talking to chicks super serious, fucking like very like interview style. Like, think about it. When a chick is out on a Friday or Saturday night, she's trying to have fun. She's trying to get fucked. You understand what I'm saying? She's trying to find, a fun, interesting dude to make something happen with. So that's the type of energy you want. You understand? And so you don't want to be on some just regular shit all the time, because it's going to give you just, it's going to give you regular shit. You feel what I mean? And another thing too, and this is what I wanted to point out, because I was talking about how on the fucking the comments I've been seeing for the videos that I posted a few days ago, and I've seen this comment a lot where guys have this thought. They think that they always say, well, Miss Locario, a woman has to like your looks, or else she's not going to want to talk to you, period. They say if a woman doesn't like the way you look, she's not going to want to talk to you at all. So they're saying, oh, well, you're not going to have a chance to, spit that game if she don't like the way you look. Which is a bunch of fucking bullshit. Which is a bunch of fucking bullshit, guys. Stop. Stop with the bullshit. You gotta understand something. And this is what I was saying earlier. Is that when you are in a situation where you're talking to a woman or a group of women and you are confident and you have that energy of, I'm supposed to be here, they will talk to you. When women are out in the club, at the bar, whatever, they're there to socialize. They're there to interact with people. They're not sitting there saying, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to just this guy because he's not, I'm not physically attracted to him. The thing you got to understand is women don't approach men generally, right? Generally, it's the men who approach the women. So any guy can approach any woman and start having a conversation with that woman. Now, if that woman actually is, going to get with him, that's another story. Is that woman going to have sex with him? That's another story. Is that girl going to give him the number, or are they going to exchange numbers? That's another story. I'm talking about strictly going up to a woman and having a conversation. Any guy can go up to any woman and have a conversation. Does this mean every girl is going to stop and have a conversation with the guy? No. But just because she's not having the conversation with him doesn't necessarily mean that the only reason she didn't have the conversation was because she wasn't attracted to him physically. Women talk to men who they're not attracted to physically all the time. Do you understand that? All the time. Now, what happens is in these situations is this is the time where the guy either can interact with her to get her to the point, in most cases, if she's going to maybe want to fuck with him, or he may have a conversation with her that can turn her off, or have an interaction with her that can turn her off. See, this is the thing, and I talked about this in my program, 5 Ways to Seduce Women with Your Words. You feel what I'm saying? And what I was saying is, I'll tell you a little bit about this here, is that, and I talked about this before, is that you're going to have 3 types of women who you're going to meet, usually. You're going to have women who are, you up? You're going to have women who are extremely attracted to you. You're going to have women who are somewhat attracted to you, so they're in the middle. Then you're going to have women who are totally, absolutely, no way, chance in hell that they want to fuck with you, period. You see what I'm saying? Now, of all 3 of those women, right? Or I should say, all 3 of those women would still talk to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You could approach a woman who is totally not attracted to you physically, and she's just not feeling your vibe, and she will still talk to you. Guys don't understand this shit. She will still have a conversation with you. If you're in a club or at a bar or whatever, and you walk up to her and you're like, hey, how you doing? She'll probably be like, oh, hey, I'm fine. How's it going? Right? Now, in her mind, she may be like, oh, I'm just totally not attracted to this guy. And then as she's talking to you, she's like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this dude. And she won't give you the number. She won't flirt with you, but she will talk to you. Right? Now, you have the girl who's somewhat into you. She's going to talk to you too. What's going to happen with the girl who's somewhat into you is that depending on how you interact with her is going to increase or decrease her attraction for you. Right? But at the end of the day, she's still talking to you. Then you're going to have the girl who's extremely attracted to you. Right? Now, she's already going to be like interested in talking to you because she's extremely attracted to you. And as you're talking to her, you understand? A lot of times, sometimes she's so attracted to you that even if you do or say some dumb shit, she'll still be into you to a certain extent. Now, if you get to the point where it's extremely ridiculous that you're doing some shit, then she may be like, all right, this guy, I'm not feeling him. But she'll talk to you nonetheless, and she will interact with you. And this is what guys gotta understand, man. Like, it's not this thing where... Yeah, I'm getting this shit all fucking wet. Jesus. It's not this thing where unless you look a certain way, a woman's not going to talk to you. I don't know where these guys come up with this bullshit. You understand? And now, if the girl is the girl who's somewhat attracted to you or who's extremely attracted to you, you can get with her. If she's totally not feeling you at all, it is what it is, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But either way, you can still go up and talk, because let's say if you're at a bar, just because it's a girl's there with her friends, just because she's not into you, doesn't mean her friend's not going to be into you. You see what I'm saying? And this is why it's important for you to understand how to interact with these chicks and make this shit happen. You understand? But see, it sucks that there's so many dudes out here who they just don't understand what's going on in this bitch. But anyway, but look, the calling number is 646-481-3901. If you guys want to call up, you can call up. You can get that shit popping. Another thing too, guys gotta understand, is that women love to fucking talk. Women love to talk, bro. Do you guys understand this? And if you know how to have a conversation with a woman, she will talk to you. And if you know how to have a conversation with a woman, then it's easier for you to flirt with her and get at her. You understand what I'm saying? So dudes gotta understand that shit. It's not, dudes always come with this thing where, oh well, if she don't find you physically attractive, then she's not gonna want to talk to you, period. I'm like, dude. See, y'all be thinking, y'all forget that chicks also love non-sexual attention. You understand? Chicks love non-sexual attention. And you know what part of the non-sexual attention is? Having conversations, talking. You understand? Now, part of your conversation could be sexual if you make it that way. But either way, women like the fact that guys are talking to them. And if you're just a normal dude who knows how to have a conversation, you will be okay. You understand? And then through your conversation, if you know how to flirt, if you know how to build sexual tension, if you know how to seduce a woman, you have a better chance of getting with her, even if she didn't find you physically attractive in the first place. You understand? This shit is not it's not that complicated. It is not that complicated, guys. You see what I'm saying? Alright, let me see who's Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
What's going on, man? How are you, bro?
I'm chilling. Who's this?
This is Chris from Cincinnati, man. What's up?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Yeah, man. Actually, I got a story that goes along with this, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually at a bar last week, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to these girls, and instead of being honest with them,
mm-hmm.
and saying that, they caught my eye, I came up with this corny ass line of, they look familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't go too well. But the second girl I was talking to, she was very talkative.
Mm-hmm.
But the other girl, like, she kind of just, rolled her eyes at me.
Right.
So, yeah, the second situation I was in was I was at another bar the other night.
Mm.
And there was a chick, same situation, but it was like groups of three girls. And I came at them with a little bit different. But the girl in the middle, who I had my eye on, and she kind of had my eye on me as well. But I kind of dropped the ball and didn't do anything with it, bro.
So what happened? Why'd you drop the ball? What happened?
Man, I think I had a bad habit of placing all girls alike. Kind of what the girls did to me yesterday. You know what I mean? The previous night.
Hold on, wait. You say you have a bad habit of doing what?
What do you say?
You said you have a bad habit of doing what?
Of treating all girls the same. You know what I mean?
No, that's how you should treat them. That's how you're supposed to do it.
No. What I mean by that is, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I'm not sure when a girl's feeling me,
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, I am part of the Bat Boy membership, but just reading chicks very well. You know what I mean?
Mm. So you're saying that you have a hard time figuring out if a girl's feeling you?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by you're treating them the same though? That's what I want to understand. Like, what do you mean?
It's like this. I don't know how to explain that. I don't think the attractive girls that I look at, they're into me. And when I do go up to an attractive girl, I feel like I don't deserve to do it. You know what I mean?
You say you feel like you don't
I'm
what?
still working on all that stuff. Yeah.
You say you feel like you don't what when you go up to an attractive girl?
It's like I feel like they don't want me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like
and why do you
you know what I mean?
And why do you think that though? Why do you think they don't want you?
I think it's once again it's my insecurity, which I'm working on, and working on creating value, for me, like all the stuff that you talked about.
Right. So wait, when you go to these girls that you think are attractive or whatever, what do you do and say when you're talking to them? Like what's the like your general like what's like a general situation that you'll be in, and what would it be like?
Well, kind of what you said in your video, I think a week ago about being honest and being upfront. I should learn to be more honest and tell them how I feel about them. Most definitely. And I think that's something that I'm working on. And instead of coming up with, "Oh, you look familiar," and instead of hiding my feelings, I should be more upfront with it.
Right. Well, the thing is, if you actually see a chick who you think looks familiar, that's then you could say that. But if you know she don't look familiar, and you just saying that just to try to get in, it's not that it can't work. But the thing is, what you want to always do is you want to be comfortable enough to just have a conversation with her and be able to have her interact with you on a natural level. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, a lot of times, because this is what happens on a subconscious level, when you're doing extra shit to try to get at her, what you're doing is you're putting her above you, and you're making her more important than she needs to be. You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
Right. And so the thing is that instead of doing that, like let's say you saw the girl over there, she was with her, group of friends or whatever, and of course if you're approaching a group of girls, you gotta always engage the whole group first. You feel what I'm saying? And then move your way into the girl you want to talk to, right? But either way, you have to get out that mindset of thinking, oh man, this girl's not gonna like me. This girl's not gonna want me. In fact, it's better if you have the opposite. It's better if you have all of these girls want me type of mindset.
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and you have to step with that arrogance all the time. So even when you get shot down, let's say a girl is like ignore you, or she rolls her eyes at you or whatever, right? Or she doesn't want to talk to you. You have to say in your mind, well, listen, she wasn't ready for all of this. She don't know what she's missing. She crazy. You understand? And so
you're right.
It has to be that type of arrogance when you're dealing with women, because what you need to do is you need to condition your own mind to be able to withstand all of that bullshit. You understand? Because now it's like right now you're in conflict with yourself. So you have to be able to push yourself to the direction of actually interacting with women in a way where you are getting better results. And the way you're going to get better results is you have to start with your mind first and say, listen, this chick over there across the room, I'm about to go holler at her. This chick's going to want to fuck with me. It is what it is. You understand? I'm about to make her day right now. And then the thing is this, the more advanced you get, a lot of times when you go and talk to a girl, let's say she's rolling her eyes at you or some shit, or she's acting like weird, like she don't want to talk to you. You understand? This is more advanced shit where you can use that to your advantage to flip the situation around to get a response from her. So if you go up to a girl and you go up to her and be like, yo, what's good? How you doing? And then she like gives you a certain look and be like, listen, I know that you're not used to talking to guys as sexy as me, so I'm gonna help you out. My name is so and so. What's your name?
Nice one.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
nice one.
That, and you see like that.
Nice one.
You see that energy and that confidence, and so if anything happens where she's still not trying to fuck with you, that makes her look stupid. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like this. Let's say if I was giving out $100 bills on the street, right? And I'm giving out $100 bills. People passing by, oh shit, taking $100 bills. I give out $100 bill to a person, and they're like, no, I'm good, I don't want it. People gonna look at him like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Let me get, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, your shit has to be that valuable where she's gonna look like a retard, not interacting with you. You see what I'm saying? And so if she does, then you just push it to the side, charge to the game, talk to the next girl. But you have to always be on point with your shit, so that you have the outlook of those people are crazy to not fuck with me. You feel what I'm saying? Not the other way around.
You're right.
You see what I mean? You have it the other way around. You have it where, oh, I don't think she's gonna like me. That's not. You don't want that thought process. You see what I mean?
You're right. But what I've been doing is from one of your Bad Boy videos, membership videos, I've been practicing saying hi to everybody. I've taken that to the extreme, man. And it is a very freeing experience because you get the idea that you say hi to people and you don't really care what they think. It's awesome. I've been definitely stepping that up. And it is a confidence booster because I can say hello to anybody now, regardless of who they are. So I want to thank you for that. And I also checked out I think the last one that you mentioned, the 5 deductions. That was really nice.
Right.
That's what's very well.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because you got to all those things, just study it and then go out and practice it. Because the thing is, you gotta practice these things so that you get it ingrained in your situation, so that you know how it feels to do these things, to go out and talk and interact. You see what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to hear it, watch it, listen to it, but it's another thing to actually do it. So then you can see what's going on with you when you're doing it. You see what I mean?
You're right.
So
You're right.
So that's what it is, man.
Cool.
You feel me?
Really, one quick question. Even though I'm part of the Bat Boy membership, is there any way that I could email you on what I need to improve on as far as my appearance is concerned? So,
yeah, definitely.
I think I'm a very good. I think I'm a very good dresser, but I can always need improvement.
Right. No, yeah, definitely. Send me email at askmrlocario@gmail.com.
All right, cool. Thanks, bro.
All right, bro. All right, man. I'm gonna let you, man.
Bye.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Yeah, man. Who we got in the chat room? Dre the Great, Nez up in the building. For Life One Deep is in the building. Nez, you said, but if she doesn't like you, she's not gonna care. So what? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. That don't matter. See, that's the thing. What I'm saying is that it's about you being comfortable with what you're doing, so that in general you can continue to do what you do. You see what I'm saying? But see, if you keep coming at it where you're like, oh, I don't know if these girls are gonna like me, then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna keep going down that path, and it's gonna be harder for you to get girls. See, chicks, this is what you gotta understand. Chicks want to fuck with dudes who they feel are at least equal or better than them. You understand? They want to fuck with dudes who they feel who's either equal or better than them. Right? And the reason why is because chicks are insecure as fuck. So they don't want to be around another insecure dude. You understand what I'm saying? Because, truth be told, women encounter most of the guys they deal with, or that try to holler at them, hitting them in the DMs, hollering at them on Tinder, all this other stuff, is guys who are insecure, guys who think they're losers. You understand? This is why I be trying to tell people how important confidence is. You feel what I'm saying? So, well, my girl's sending me some hilarious shit. Hold on. But yeah, that's the thing, man. Like chicks, they like that confident dude, man. Because they themselves aren't confident. They don't want no insecure nigga around them. because they're insecure themselves. They don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? They do not want that shit. You feel me? AQI, he said, is that arrogant mentality a thin line from narcissism? Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, look, man. You know, look when I'm interacting with chicks or I talk to women, like, I always look at it like any woman I talk to is going to basically increase her enjoyment in life, period. Like, I'll always look at it as she's going to get so much benefit. Because this is the thing. You know, it's funny to me. I get so much pleasure from molding a chick. That's just me. Like, dudes be trying to just fuck chicks. Like, they trying to fuck her straight and like right in the pussy. I'm trying to fuck her in the mind. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to go with it. Because what happens is that you want to be able to see. Okay, let me back this up a little. Bit. A lot of guys complain about how hard it is to get girls, and how difficult it is, and how it's so hard to make that happen. Most of the reason why it's hard for you guys is because you don't have these chicks' minds. And when you have a chick's mind, right, it's a different level of cooperation. It's a different level of intimacy, right? And so what happens is because you got that chick's mind, right, she's going to act and react differently towards you than most other chicks would. Or you know what I'm saying? And so now that she's doing that, now let's say you got multiple chicks like that, then that makes you even more attractive to more women. Because what happens is that the feedback that you're getting from knowing that you got her mind, you feel what I'm saying? That makes you look at yourself like, shit, I'm the motherfucking man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then now you thinking, oh shit, I'm the motherfucking man. Then that makes you interact with women on a different level. You see what I'm saying? Because dudes always talking about, oh, I need the positive reinforcement, and I don't got girls, so I don't got no positive reinforcement, blah, blah, blah. There's some positive reinforcement for your ass if you got a chick's mind. You understand what I'm saying? If you're just looking for that, you're like, or you're looking for that as a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on, I'll meet you at Whole Foods. Time to get out. All right, my bad. Man. Shaddy Ratty, he said the body follows the mind. Yes, exactly. You said bring Amina and Sarah back. Yeah, I gotta do that. I wanna have a show where I got like everybody on this shit. I'm gonna try to do that at some point. 646-481. So calling number 646-481-3901 for anyone who's asking for the number. Man, yo, it is fucking hot and humid and disgusting. That's why you guys hear that hissing sound. That's the I got 2 air conditioners going throughout the shit. I got the fucking fans on and everything. This is, man, it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, that's the thing. I should get Sarah on here, Amina, Zena, Beatrice. Who else? Viola, Whitney, I get all of them on here at one point. That would be dope. Man. So what's popping? What's popping in the chat room, people? You said, well, I'll be at the Sinetta Awards. I don't even know what that. What is Sinetta? Sinetta has awards or something coming up. All right, man. But yeah, the weather out here is fucking ridiculous. AQ, I used to didn't you, I used to do the sexy party show. Yeah, I used to do the sexy party show back. That was like what shit. That was like 3 years ago or something. Shit's crazy. But yeah, the thing is, man, dudes got to get these chicks' minds. Be like, I like cats be on that like. See, you know what it is? I understand it. I understand it though, because what you gotta understand is this: if you are at the level where you're just like you haven't had the amount of sex you want, then you're not even thinking about nothing else. You ain't even thinking about nothing else. Ellie Empire, yeah, I used to do a show called The Sexy Party Show back in the day. And Amina Zena was my co-host. It was me, Miles Cunningham, Amina Zena, and then we had another chick, Anita G. You feel what I'm saying? Martin, you said, do I still rap? Nah, I don't rap no more. I don't even know if I can rap anymore. Shit. You said, how's my fourth? The fourth is good. The fourth is good. Just chilling with the wifey. We went to see some fireworks. Feel what I'm saying? But yeah, once you've had enough sex, right? Then, you know what I mean? You want some other shit. Yo, what's going on? Yo.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, it's Nez from London.
Nez, what's popping, bruh?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you been?
I've been chilling. What's up with you?
Yeah, I think there's a slight lag in the call. Hold up. Let me see.
Right.
Something's wrong with my internet.
Okay. You hear me good now?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, so, like, last week, I went out last weekend, approaching in central London.
Mm-hmm.
I met up with this guy from RFD London, but he turned out to be this kind of like prick, and he ditched me like 10 minutes through, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna call it here. And he just left. So I was like, yeah, whatever, cool, fuck off, whatever. And yeah, I just decided I'm just gonna carry on doing it by myself on my own. So I mean, I was just like going around saying hi to random girls and stuff. Because it was so packed, like central London was so packed, Trafalgar Square, Oxford Circus, Piccadilly Circus, because like the World Cup's on and France was playing Argentina, and there was other matches on, so it was full of tourists.
Right.
And, so I just thought, I'll just go up to some tourists and say hello. But I ended up getting a couple of numbers from like these two British Indian chicks. And but before I did it, I was so nervous for some reason. Like I wasn't feeling well that day, and like the fear, the anxiety was kind of a bit larger than usual for some reason. But now, once I got into it, I started having fun. Like all their numbers, I was like, yo, I love your style, girl. The fashion's on point today, and they were like, yeah, thank you. So I was just walking with them for like 5 minutes. Chatting to them, I got both their numbers, and they were two friends. But no, it was a good day. So I just like, I remember you like 5 minutes ago you were saying you need to get out of the kind of validation mindset. That you need to stop seeking validation from girls in order to feel good and not be so outcome dependent.
Right.
But yeah, like there's another thing. there's this girl that I was texting. She's from Poland. So I've been kind of talking to her since, was it December last year? December last year. And I haven't spoken to her for 3 months actually. Because when I was speaking to her, when I was texting her, I was like, "Yo, when you come to England, when you come to London, you should come see me."
Right.
And she was showing me signs of interest, but she was like, "Yeah, I don't know, I might come in April, but it might not work out because I'll be there with my best friends." And I was like, "Okay, cool." But she's coming to study here in October, so I'm just thinking like, is it worth me messaging her and trying to meet up, or is she just like wasting my time? Because I get the impression that she likes me, but I don't know if she's making excuses. When she says, "Oh yeah, I'll be with my best friend," it's not gonna work out.
Right.
Come see me and stuff.
Right.
Well, what do you think?
Listen, all you gotta do is look, man. Just hit her up and say, "Yo, when you come through, give me a call." That's it. Like, you don't gotta do too much, because look, if she is actually interested in coming to see you or hang out with you or do anything, best believe she's gonna call. You understand what I'm saying? But you just let her know, "Hey, I want you to hit me up when you get here." You understand what I'm saying? And if she's like, "Oh, I'm not sure," because, well, listen, holler at me when you get here. That's all you need to know. If you holler at me, cool. If not, cool. Just holler at me, though. You understand what I'm saying? That's all you're telling her, is just holler at me. Like, all you guys need to do is extend the invitation. You see what I'm saying? If after that she's not doing what she needed to do, you just keep moving. You understand? You don't got to keep calling her. You don't got to ask her why. You ain't got to do none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Just let her know, "Hey, listen, hit me up when you get here." And if she wants to do it, she's going to do it. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to see, and that's the thing guys gotta understand. You don't got to twist these girls' arms to fuck with you. See, and this is the thing, like, usually the girls who be on that wishy-washy shit, those are the ones I was talking about that's in the middle. Those are the girls who are somewhat into you, meaning they're into you, but you're not like their first choice. You're not like the main guy that they would want to get with, but they'll still fuck with you. But see, in those situations, what you want to do is that you want to let them know, "Okay, here, let's make something happen," but you're not going to be there sucking her butt and kissing her ass and trying to convince her of anything. You see what I'm saying? Because what happens is that part of the reason why a chick would be acting that way towards you anyway, a lot of times, right, is one, she may not be initially that attracted to you. She might be attracted to you a little bit, but also if you're so available and so like she feels like she can have you, that makes her interest in you less, because now you're just some dude that she can just get like any other dude. And on top of that, she wasn't really that into you anyway. So if you let her know, "Hey, listen, when you come through, holler at me." So you're letting her know you're interested, but at the same time, you're not coming at her and giving her all that attention and validation just to make her feel like, "Oh, this guy wants me," and whatever. You understand? Because now what's going to happen is, if she knows you want to see her, but you're not hollering at her, she's going to be thinking, "Well, I'm in London. How come Nez hasn't called me?" Right? And then what would she do if she's interested? She would call you. You see what I'm saying? But if you tell her, "Hey, come through," and then October comes, you text her again, "Hey, what day are you coming in London?" And you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be all up on her ass. You just want to set it and then forget it. You feel what I mean? Because if she wants to make it happen, she'll come through and do it. You see what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I haven't texted her in like 3 months. It's been like 3 months, literally, exactly 3 months.
Right.
And before that, when I was kind of messaging her back and forth, she used to kind of get. At one point, she got upset, saying, "Why haven't you texted me back? Why does it take you so long to text back?" And like, I thought that you forgot about me, and it made me feel terrible and all this type of stuff. So I'm just kind of caught in two minds. Like, I should just firstly, have I waited too long? Is 3 months too long, or should I just like text her and later on and be like, "Yo, when you come to London, just hit me up."
Yeah, that's it. Just be like, "Listen, when you come through to London, holler at me. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. You feel what I'm saying? That's all you need to say, because the thing is, look, man, again, if she wants to do it, she's going to do it. You understand? The timing, a lot of times, it doesn't make a difference if the girl is actually into you. And on top of that, if she's sort of into you, right? Her still knowing that you're into her, but she's only sort of into you, is going to make her more into you if you're not sweating her. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all you're leaving is the invitation there open for when she comes through. You see what I'm saying? So you could literally text her now, today, and be like, hey, what's up? Yo, you come into, when you come into London, you know, if you come, are you coming October still? She'll be like, yeah, well, listen, when you get here, holla at me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it. Just leave it at that. If she says some shit like, oh, well, I don't know, I'm going to be busy. I'm supposed to be seeing some friend. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I hope you have a good time, but holla at me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go back and forth. Just, this is what it is, and that's that. And just leave it. You see what I mean? So that's the thing you need to do, because, again, this is why you have to have that abundance mindset and have other shit going on. Because this is the problem with most guys. The reason why it's hard for them to interact with these girls and make shit happen in this manner is because in your actual life, you don't have a lot of stuff going on, which makes this situation with this girl that important. You see what I'm saying? Because if I knew there was a chick coming to, let's say, because I live in New York, let's say the girl is in some other country or whatever, she's coming. This even happens on Tinder sometimes. I get chicks from Tinder hitting me up from, they're in fucking Australia, all this other shit. They be like, oh, I'm coming to the city in July or August. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll holler at me when we get here. And that's it. And I just leave it at that. I don't text them again. I don't go back and forth with them. You see what I'm saying? I just let them know. And the thing is that because I'm doing other stuff, I damn near forget I even told them that. And so I'm so occupied and consumed with all these other things I'm doing that what happens is that my energy and my interactions with these women is just so straight to the point and cold and regular and just like matter of fact that they can feel it and they can see that. And that's what intrigues them to actually want to holler. You see what I'm saying? But if I'm like worried about her, if I'm like, hey, come see me in October, and she's like, oh, but you know, I got a friend, and then I'm like, but you know, how long you gonna be with your friend, and you know, but when are you gonna be free? Like, none of that shit. I don't gotta do none of that shit. Listen, you know, cool. You coming in October? Cool. Holla at me. Done. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I think because you were saying if you like stuff can change in a week, and if you wait too long, then she can lose interest. Like if you don't contact her for a long time.
No. That's if you're dating a chick. That's if you're like. That's like if you're dating a girl that lives in your area and you have access to her. You don't have access to this girl. Where's this girl from?
Poland.
She's from Poland, right? So that's what I'm saying. This is a girl out of your area. You're not going to be... I'm talking about... That's two different scenarios. We're talking about a girl in another place who's coming to visit you at some point in time. So when it's this type of girl, you just tell her, hey, holla at me when you get here. Period. That's it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go out because England's playing tomorrow and the bars are gonna be packed. So me and my mates are just gonna go out and approach girls, like watch the game, approach girls, have some beers in a bar, in a club, whatever, have fun and not worry about.
Yeah, man. See, I need to take my ass to London, and we got to meet up and go out and holler at some chicks, man, together. That would be fucking cool. We got to do that shit. If I ever come to London,
I bought
you know what I'm saying?
I bought a feminism is cancer t-shirt. I'm gonna wear that tomorrow and approach girls with that.
All right. Do your thing, man. That's what you got to do, man. But yeah, man, just just cool. keep going and keep it going, man, and just let these chicks know what it is, and then just keep that shit pushing. You feel me?
All right, cool, man. Yeah, thank you.
All right,
thank
bro.
you. I'll catch you later.
I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Cool. Take care. Yeah.
Woo, man, it's fucking hot as shit up in this bitch, man. Oh, fuck. Shit. It is crazy. It's that like hot, sleepy weather. My God. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, it's Jay out in Brooklyn.
What up? What's going on with you, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm just calling up because I got a quick question
All right.
about a girl I'm with, like, right now. Like, she's my girlfriend, but, like, as of late, like, I've noticed, all right, we were both, like, bigger when we first got together. We were, like, both, like, you know, like, chubby or whatever. And as the relationship progressed, I lost a lot of weight, and she just got, you know, bigger and bigger and bigger. And now, like, I feel like it's getting out of hand, but I don't really know how to, you know, you understand what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, how to communicate that to her without, like, her getting in her feelings.
Right, right. Well, man, you got to take it to the gym with you, bro. Just be like, listen, you know, we got to let's go on a gym date, yo. Like every you know, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we gonna go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? We gonna start eating right and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do shit with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I've been doing that. Like even the other day, like there's like this particular like food she gets that's like really oily and not good for her. And the other day, like, I was like, oh, like, you know, you should probably eat that a little less, not good for you, whatever. And, you know, she kind of threw a fit. And she was like, she really got in her feelings off of me just saying that. So, like, imagine if I, like, took it up a notch and was like, oh, let's go to the gym on a regular type shit. Like, she might, you know what, you see what I'm saying?
Right, right. Nah, that's the thing. See, well, this is the thing. You know, this is the tough decision. This is the tough decision you're gonna have to make, man, because, you know, if she's not trying, because like, it is one thing because this is the thing, it's hard because she probably feels a certain type of way, and that feeling she has is going to make her continue to just do what she's been doing. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, you not feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm sure you don't like that she's gaining all this weight. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not feeling that at all.
Right.
And the thing is, she's not feeling it either, because when we take pictures together, she's like, oh, don't post that. I don't like how I look in that. Oh,
right, right.
Like, so, like, it's clear that she's not feeling it either, but she just keeps eating too much.
And how long you guys been together?
Like, we've been together, like, 7 months now.
7 months?
Yeah.
That's mad. That's like so. That's like so quick, B. Let's like. I thought you was gonna tell me I've been together for 5 years and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. There's some rapid weight gain type
oh,
shit. Oh
man, this shit's still early, B. Nigga, you gotta tell that chick she need to get that shit tight before you bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. Nah, you
yeah,
don't. You gonna have to, so it's you gonna have to. This is what I'm saying, man. You gonna have to have some real talk with her. Be like, listen, you know, look, you know, you tell her, be like, look, I love you, girl, but we gonna have to do something about this. You feel what I'm saying? And I want to help you with this. I don't care if you start kicking and screaming about it. We gonna make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? And
like, what is she gonna do? Like, what if she's like, oh, like when you got with me, I was already chubby and you was chubby too.
No. Make it a health issue though. Be like, look, I'm concerned with your health, even though you still concerned with how she look, but it's still also a health thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so bring it to that level. Be like, look, I'm concerned with your health. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Locario. It's getting to the point where, bro, where, like, if I bring her to family functions, my family is like, yo, what the hell happened to her? Like, she got mad big. For real, bro. Like,
oh, man. Oh, shit. Bro, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna have to have that conversation with her, man. I'm telling you, like, you gotta sit her down, and this might be a few conversations. And this is what you gotta ask her. You gotta ask her, like, hey, look, what's going on with you? How do you feel about these things? Like, because there's stuff that she's probably not telling you that you don't know as to why she's acting the way she's acting. You know what I mean? Like this is probably some deep seated shit. It's probably shit you probably can't even know. You know, it could be to the point where she might need therapy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So is that type of shit because, you know, if you're trying to help and she's being very, like she's being non-receptive to the help, and then she keeps doing the same shit, and the thing is you can't sit there and just, you know, you don't like it, so you can't sit there and just like waste your time in like, you know, be around and just because, you know what I'm saying? So it again, you gotta sit her down and you gotta like really see what's going on, and then if nothing's changing, you're gonna have to like, you know, you probably gonna have to make that decision and charge it to the game. You know what I'm saying?
But you think 7 months? Because I remember like your reaction to like the time period. Like you feel like there's not that much at stake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because it's 7 months is not that long, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when you was talking, I thought because there's times when people be in relationships where they're together for years, and then it's like as time went on, the person, you know what I'm saying? So usually when you have that long of a relationship where it's years and years, it might be a little bit stronger. So you don't just want to like, you know what I'm saying? There's more foundation to it. But you said 7 months. I'm like, I'm not saying that shit can't pop off in 7 months, but it's still relatively new. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's rapid, man. It's been rapid. Like, everywhere I go, people are like, yo, what the hell happened? Like for
that's
real.
Crazy.
Like, even earlier today, my mom was like, yo, you gotta talk to her. Like, she was mad big. Like, I was like, damn, like, I'm like...
So wait, so what happens? So how's the sex though? Like, how what's going on with that then?
I mean, like, we still like do it, but like
you're not really feeling it.
I mean, like, I still find her attractive, but like I liked it better when she was smaller, to be honest.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not on the type of shit where like I want her to feel like bad about herself or nothing, but like at the same time, it's kind of. And, you know, and I also find myself like being self-conscious when I go out with her sometimes. Like I know that's on some like shallow shit, but like I see other dudes like looking at me sometimes and kind of you know that look. Like,
but you gotta understand. You gotta understand. Your girl is a reflection of you. You feel me? So
yeah, exactly.
So that's why you feel in that certain way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and I lost a lot of weight, Locario. I'm telling you, like, because I was fat, like, when we linked up.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, within the 7 months, like, I really changed my diet and shit. And, like, she said she was going to do it with me. She never did. So I did it on my own.
Right.
And I lost a lot of weight. Everyone's just like, oh, you lost that weight. And now it's like, I lost weight, but now my girl's, like, bad big. Like, she got even bigger than she was before. You know what I mean?
Right. Yo, you see how it's funny, you know, it's interesting though. You see how like I feel like guys, like us as men, like, you know, some of us, not all of us, but you see how like you're trying to make it work, you're trying to figure out shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because on the opposite side, I know that sometimes women, when they're in a situation, like let's say they was with a guy and he lost his job and he was broke, some of these chicks will leave that nigga in a second. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
But dudes, they be like, oh, let me try, you know. But you know, but I'm just saying, you got it, man. You're gonna have to have a long ass talk with her. You're gonna have to have a long ass talk with yourself afterwards if she ain't really trying to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
She's super emotional, Locario. Like I check her all the time, like because I'm a bad boy member, like, you know, like, I practice, like, what you, like, teach and stuff, but it's, like, especially with something like that, I know she's going to go into, like, emo mode on me. Like, she's not going to be thinking logically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her feelings are going to take over and, like,
right. Well, the thing is, too, you're going to have to, like, power through that shit, because what I've learned when it comes to dealing with women and their emotions or whatever is that it's going to happen. You understand? But you have to just power through that and get to the point of what needs to be done. So even though she might, like I said, she might be kicking and screaming, bitching and moaning, getting all upset and offended, but the fact still stands that this is what needs to get done. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to let her know that, and then just be like, listen, you know, if you are in a situation where, you know, she's not really trying to make anything happen after repeated attempts, you know what I'm saying, of you trying to, like, you know, help the situation, you know what I mean? Like, something's got to give. You see what I mean? Because at some point, you're either gonna like leave her or cheat on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, either one of them two things gonna happen.
On some real shit though, like, I feel what you're saying and I agree with what you're saying. But like, I know there are gonna be people, especially from the outside, and I know I shouldn't care, but I do. They're gonna be like, oh, like, say I left her because of that. They're gonna be like, oh, he's so shallow. How could he do that? She's gonna be like, oh, he's so shallow. Like,
yeah, fuck it. Be like, hell yeah, I'm shallow. Goddammit. Be like, hell fucking yeah. Be like, listen. Be like, nah. But it's not even. Well, the thing is, it's not even shallow, because if it was shallow, you would have bounced already. You see what I'm saying? But you're trying to make it work though. You feel what I'm saying? But she has to also on her end do something. You feel what I'm saying?
Cause like she's asked for my help before, and I've given her, like, there's like this thing with like apple cider vinegar or whatever.
Right.
And I, like, you know, like, I told her about it. She took it from me and then, like, never used it. She asked me for advice, but, like, never implemented it. I'm like,
right.
And I'm implementing my own advice. I lost a lot of weight, and she's kind of like going the opposite direction, eating all this bad shit all the time. Like, all right, like, but I hear what you're saying, man. I appreciate the advice.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm telling you, man. You gotta have that talk, bruh. You gotta have that talk, and then you gotta freaking, you know, figure out what you're trying to do, because, you know, again, you still need to be enjoying yourself in any relationship you're in. So if your relationship is where you know you're not satisfied, she's not trying to do anything to make anything happen, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, because think about it this way.
Yeah.
Most women, right? If they're, let's say they're dealing with a guy, most women would deal with a guy who, let's say he lost his job, or he don't really got that much money or whatever. He's not really doing much, but he's trying to make something happen. He's actually out there on the pavement making shit pop, and he's actively going out there pursuing something. Women would fuck with that guy because he's trying to do something, versus a guy who's just sitting in the house playing video games and ain't doing shit. You see what I mean? So the one is trying, one is not. She's probably going to leave the dude who's not trying. You feel what I'm saying? And so the same thing might happen in your situation. Because she's not trying, that part of that is going to make it where you're just going to be like, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. So, you know.
All right, man. Like, I'm going to sit it down and have to talk. I'll update you on how it goes, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, keep me posted.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for going, yo.
All right, bro. I'm going to holler at you. Peace.
All right.
Woo, shit. Yo, it's fucking hot as a motherfucker. Oh, my God. Shit. It is hot as shit up in this bitch. I'm, like, about to faint up in this motherfucker. Shit. Hold on. I'm about to turn up this fan a little bit. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 fucking second. Let me see what this is. Yo, what up? What's poppin'?
Yo, Locario, what's going on, man?
Chillin'. Who this?
It's Ronnie.
Ronnie, what's going on, bro?
Chillin', man. Hey, I just looked at your I looked at your notification in your stream, and I got the same question that every dude has when it comes to your podcast. I like, why do women don't want to talk to you?
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, basically, like I was saying earlier, certain chicks don't want to talk to dudes because they don't know how to talk to women. You see what I'm saying? Like, you ever hear when women say, you know, this guy is creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that comes from the type of energy that a dude's giving off. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so she's gonna be
That
like, oh,
insecure
she's gonna be like,
energy.
oh, this guy's creepy, he's weird, he's blah, and that's because a guy doesn't know how to talk to a woman. And so when he doesn't know how to talk, it's awkward. And then therefore she doesn't want to talk to you. So this is why I tell guys you gotta practice having conversations with women. You see what I mean? Because
Right.
a lot of times, this is the thing. Most girls can tell within the first couple of seconds of you even speaking to them whether or not you're comfortable talking to girls, or whether or not you know how to talk to women. Because women get talked to all the time. So they can tell the difference between guys who get it and guys who don't. And so this is why I try to teach guys how to get it, how to know how to do this. You see what I mean?
Yeah, because it's all about your vibe,
Right.
your level of confidence.
Mm-hmm. Real shit.
Yeah, because I got another question though,
Mm-hmm.
because maybe some dudes out there, they don't know how to talk to women, but by learning the game, I realized how to talk to women.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you know, like you told me the last time, when you take one word out of what she say and you throw it back at her, that would make your game fly, because you'll know it'll help you think on your toes quick.
Right. Exactly. And on top of that, you know, it shows that you're listening. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then
because women like a man that know how to listen.
Right. So then that's what I'm saying, and then that makes the conversation more engaging. Because and this is something that, another thing guys gotta understand too, is that you gotta think about it this way. If you're talking to a girl, right? Remember, women only get to choose or really get to get with a guy who decides to talk to them, because women don't approach us. So they only get with a guy who decides to talk to them. So they have to choose from who decides to talk to them. So if you're the type of, so if 5 guys try to talk to this girl within 2 or 3 hours, and you're one of those 5 guys, and you're the only one who knew how to have the conversation, who knew how to go back and forth, you're going to look more attractive to her than all the other guys who talked to her that day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what's important.
That what happened to me yesterday, because I had went in Little Caesars Pizza, and me and this girl was going backwards and forth, and what I kind of did was she responded to she responded to me. I just took a word out of what she said, and I responded back at her, but I was flirting with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what happened was she didn't show no interest, so I just let it go. I just stopped.
Right.
But I ain't really. I haven't took it as no offensive, and then it ain't knocked down my confidence due to the fact that, you know, I was just practicing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's good, and that's what you gotta. You always gotta look at every situation as a learning experience either way. This is why dudes don't get so bent out of shape if you talk to a girl and then it don't go where you want it to go. It's fine. There's a million other fucking women, and also you can just use that as a learning experience. Be like, oh shit, I noticed that when I was talking to this girl, she did this or did that or whatever. You feel what I mean?
Yeah, because it's a numbers game.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. It's always a numbers game.
Yeah.
Always. You know what I mean? And the better you are at your game, that increases the amount of women you're going to be able to get. You feel what I'm saying? With those numbers that you're putting out there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Hey, back to Locario. I appreciate that, man.
That's what's up, man. I'm holler at you. All right. Okay, yeah, Ron called up. At first I thought that was you for a second. I was like, is that the same dude? Ron, what's the first 3 numbers of your phone number, so I know it's you when you calling up. You feel what I'm saying? Man. But yeah, guys, make sure that you get this book. Bam! How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. Ebook, hard copy, audio book. You feel me? I'm working on my new book now. I can't tell you the name of it yet. When you see the name, you're gonna be like, "Really, Mr. Locario? Really, nigga?" You're gonna be like, for real, son, stop. Oh man. Oh, my wife hit me up. All right, let me see. EO, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, Locario, this is Ronnie Ron. What's happening,
finally.
baby boy?
What's going on, bro?
Damn much, man. You know how to call in. I ain't talked to you in a long time.
That's
You know how
what's
to
up.
call in because, you know, I love your topics. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. What's going on?
Not much, man. My thing is, you know, I've been reading, like, not reading. Yeah, actually, I have. I've been reading, like, some of your comments, especially the videos you put up. Like, last night would have me so hilarious because I know you do those videos multiple times about looks.
Right.
And guys still don't understand the concept that it's not about looks.
Right.
So I know a lot of guys, they trying to say, like, you know, when they talk to a woman, the first thing you should look at is your looks. I kind of disagree because I feel like it's more about your approach, how you approach them and how you feel about yourself. Because I experienced it multiple times because I live in Miami, which is known for, like, the hot women. So I approach them all the time, and they just love my vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why guys don't understand that concept.
Right. Well,
You know?
well, also too, you know, I think what it is again, because I always say guys think about it from their perspective. So you're always living life and seeing things through your perspective. So you think that it's the same way for women, and they forget that for women have other motivations and objectives, and also women have other insecurities and things that they think about. So therefore, a lot of because of course, a woman will see a guy, and like, for example, the difference between men and women is that a woman will see a guy who's physically attractive. She'll be like, oh, he's cute, he's handsome, or whatever, right?
Right.
And she'll be like, oh, I want to have. She'll think in her head, I'd have sex with him, right? But if he goes up to her, and let's say he says something to offend her, or he says something stupid, or she don't like the way he talked to her, or she don't like the sound of his voice, or whatever the fuck it is, she's gonna rethink fucking him. Us, on the other hand, we see a girl who's bad, we're like, we will fuck her today, tomorrow. We'll if we don't get to fuck her tomorrow, if we get to fuck her next week, we could find out that this chick is a fucking asshole, a bitch, a cunt. Most dudes will still want to fuck her because she looks good. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's just a different dynamic and a different variation. And cats don't understand that because they're looking at the world just through their lens of, oh, I see a girl who's hot, I want to fuck her. So of course a girl's gonna only want to fuck a guy because she thinks he's good looking. And it's comedy to me, especially when you're a type of guy who goes out and you've talked to women, you've had girlfriends, you've had sex, you've interacted with girls. You see this shit because there's girls that I wanted to get with that I didn't get with, and they got with guys who look worse than me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
Like, yo, there was this one bad chick that I used to see at, because I go to a lot of meetup events in the city, in New York City. So there was this bad chick that I always would see at these events or whatever. So I remember the first time I hollered at her, you know, we was talking, but she wasn't really giving me no play and shit. Then I saw her again, and like, I wasn't really going in, but I was still, you know, I was just still being cordial to her because she was there. We were just having a conversation. And then, so I was like, all right, let me try one more time. So I tried one more time. She still wasn't having it. You feel what I'm saying? Then I saw her again one other time, but I didn't really, like, I just said hi and bye to her. And then I saw her, the fourth time I saw her, she was hand in hand with this fat dude. Dude was, look, let me tell you how this guy looked. He looked like fucking, what's the guy from that played Paul Blart? He's on King of Queens. You know, that the fat chubby white dude.
I know you're talking
you know
about
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He looked like him, but worse. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I'm sitting there like, what? I'm like, what? How? Like, what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? And so this is why I sort of empathize with these dudes who think that way, because I used to think that way at first when I was back in the day. And then this is what made me stop thinking that way, because I saw so many situations were guys who were average looking with bad chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, that's his name. Kevin
Most
Smith.
of my homeboys, they get like bad girls. This is about the way they talk to them, by their mouth play. So I'm like, you know,
Right.
This is about how you talk about yourself. Because if you feel yourself as a man, then you're gonna attract the women automatically because they're gonna be like, wait a minute, this is a man I'm talking to. I'm in the presence of a king.
Exactly,
So,
right.
I started using that mindset, and then when I started using that mindset, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I see all these women attracting me. I'll be at the grocery store. Women be like, with they dudes looking at me, and I'll just be laughing.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
I don't get it. Yo, I'm telling you, man, these dudes, that's why I tell guys they got to go out in real life and see this shit. Because, of course, you're going to see a dude, a good-looking dude with a good-looking chick. You know, that happens. But you're also going to see a bunch of good-looking chicks with average dudes. And the reason why is because I would say only 10, maybe 8 to 10% of the population would be people who that most people would say is like really, really, really good looking. You feel what I'm saying? And,
Right.
and it could be even less than that. And then you have, another maybe 10% that's like, cute. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Right.
have a nice look. And then you got 80% of people who are just average to below average. So even if you do the math, right, you're gonna have more average dudes with chicks that are cute to like decent looking to good looking because there's more average guys out there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so
But then the guy, they automatically after the look, they go, oh, they're talking about money. Then I bet you go with him because he got money.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
Wait a minute. I'm from the hood, so people in the hood ain't really got money. They walk around with bad girls. The bad girls are
Right.
the dudes that got the money, giving the money to them.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I just be laughing. So, but they don't see it. They don't believe it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't believe you. You know what I mean?
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny. Like back in the day, I used to model with polo jeans and shit. This is like
Oh,
when
really?
I was probably like 24, 25, maybe around that, like 23. Let me see if I can pull up one of my polo jeans, because I think I have one of them on my Instagram. I could probably put on the screen real quick if I can find it. But yeah, I used to model with polo jeans and shit. And so what happened was, a lot of the models that I would like hang out with in that time or whatever and all of this shit, those dudes still had issues with chicks. See, this is what I be trying to tell these cats. This because like I'm not just talking out my ass. I've seen both sides of the spectrum. You feel what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, I had girls talking about, oh, you ugly, this and this and that, you so black, all this other dumb shit, right? Then as I got older and then dark skinned niggas was in, you feel what I'm saying? Then it was like, oh my God, you so sexy, this and this and that. Now, at either side of the spectrum, I still had issues trying to get chicks. So when chicks were saying, oh, you ugly, I was still getting some girls and some girls I wasn't getting. Then there was times where girls was like, oh, you so sexy. I still was getting some girls and some girls I wasn't getting. So that's the thing that dudes don't understand. It's like, no matter what side you're on, you're still gonna have some fucking issues. You feel what I mean?
Right.
So it's crazy, man. It's so
No,
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of women off your theories, man. I would say your theory it works. I got like a lot of women. I had to slow down because I was getting like 10 women a day, and I was like, wait a minute, I gotta slow down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I gotta focus on my grinding. You know what I mean? So I went all the way down to 2, and then I was like, okay, I just stay with 1. Too many. It was too many women. Cause it was so easy. I don't know.
Right.
It was like so easy. You just approach them and it's like, hey, whatever. If they don't want you, that's their loss. You feel me?
Right,
But
right.
They don't think like that. I don't know. They don't think like that.
Right.
But your stuff works for me. You know what I mean?
And see, that's the thing. The shit works when you apply it, but a lot of dudes, they so all up in their head, they never even apply anything because they're busy thinking, oh, this girl ain't gonna like me. She ain't gonna, you know what I mean? And so they never get shit popping. You know what I mean? But hold on. I think I found one of my old pictures. I have it on my Instagram. But this is, if you guys can see this, this is when I was modeling back in the day. This is when I used to have dreadlocks and shit. So this is one of the pictures right here. If you guys can see it on the screen.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying?
You had dreadlocks.
Yeah, so that was one of the joints right there. Let me show you another one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find another one. I know I had another one.
You were getting women, man. You were getting
this is another joint right here where I used to when I was modeling. One of the pictures and shit that I did with the company, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that was back in the day. You feel what I'm saying? And so back then, you know, I had oh my god, you're so cute in your hair and the skin and you're chocolatey and all this other stupid shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so I had certain girls who would be into me because they thought I was good looking, and then I had certain girls who were when girls was like, oh, you don't look good and you're ugly and all this other stuff, and I was still getting girls at that time by talking to them, by, you know, interacting with them and still getting shit going. So even if you're a guy that girls would say is good looking, there's still going to be some girls who not going to like how you look because based off of how you look, like, it's like this. However you look means you don't look like something else. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, since you don't look like something else, that something else you don't look like could be what's attractive to the girl. So let's say, for example, me, I don't look like an Asian dude. So if a girl likes Asian dudes and she's really into Asian guys and that's what turns her on, it don't matter what the fuck I'm doing because it don't matter if other girls say I'm good looking. She's not going to be into me because she's into Asian guys. You see what I'm saying? I'm just using it as a simple example. You feel what I'm saying? And so
Yeah, it's true. No, it's true.
all those things, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Because like last night I was at an event. There was this girl, cute model chick. I might have to holler at her to get her on the live stream or something. But cute 21-year-old girl, just, you know, talking to her, whatever. And we was talking about dating. And she was like, I said to her, she said she started using Tinder. And I asked her, I said, so what type of guys are you into physically? Right? And so she said, I like skinny, like guys with tattoos, or like nerdy looking guys. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Right.
So you might be, if you're like a buff, you know what I'm saying, non-nerdy, non-tattooed motherfucker, she may not be into you like that. You feel what I'm saying? Or she may not be all the way into you like that. Not saying that she won't be into you, but she may not be because her main type is opposite to what you are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I
So
see what
you
you're
know,
saying,
it's like they don't get that, but they don't get that shit. They think
They
because
don't.
you know, they think when they think of good looking, they have this picture in their mind like, oh, good looking is Brad Pitt or something. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't look like that, it's over for you.
No, that's all lie. That's all false.
Right.
That's all. Because remember, our minds so in tune with the internet and social media, it messed up a lot of our minds. So we think, okay, that's how life is. No, it's not. That's a fake reality. This is the real reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
a lot of men don't get that concept because they see, okay, I see the bad chick online. That's somebody I really want to get. I can never get her because I ain't got the money or the status or whatever. So I got to lower myself so I can get this low-level woman, which I don't want. I want the bad one just because of that.
Right.
Because it's
Right.
all fake. It's crazy, man. But your logic is, I'm telling you, your theory is right on, man. Right on the money.
That's what's up.
Changed my life. I'm telling you, man.
That's what's up. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you gotta come to Miami, man. I don't know, man. Miami's hot, man. That's where it's
Oh
at.
yeah. I gotta get down there too. Man. Because my dude Miles is supposed to be doing some photo shoots out there. I gotta double check and see what's popping and probably stop through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hit me up, man. So we go to the bar or something, man. On me, man. You feel me?
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, bro. All right.
Yeah.
All right, man, I'll let
Stay
you.
cool, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Yeah, man. So JXN in the chat, what are you talking about? You said the percentage of women that's into a certain type is higher than others. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm interested in what you mean with that. Three King said, if you don't look like Brad Pitt, it's over for you, bro. Just become a Jedi to learn how to use the Force and fight the Empire. Hilarious. Shit is funny. You said there is a type that many women like? Like what? What's the type? Tell me. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, Mr. Locario, what's up? This is Ed from VA.
What's poppin'?
Nothing much, man. I just want to say you on point when you put out that, you know, looks aren't really everything.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm from South Florida. Dudes get their hair twisted up in the dreads and never go see anybody again and have their shit looking crazy.
Right.
So if I'm like, if chicks gonna pick a dude like that, oh man, I must be God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So what's going on with you though? What's popping with you?
Yo, nothing much, man. I'm still out here trying to get it in. I try. I ain't got the most successes I want, but hey, I'm still trying to put in work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember I had commented on your show before. I was just like, you get the results of the work that you actually put in.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't complain about my results when I'm out here only talking to maybe like 2 women a week or something.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I got it. You got it. You know what I mean? It's because everything in life is really that numbers game, though. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? The more you put in, the more you get out. It's really that simple. You know what I'm saying?
like dude saying he been going out with that chick for like 7 months, and he's kind of complaining about cutting it off at 7 months. Dude, like if you work, put it this way, if you work a job for 6 months, you damn near ain't even get past the probationary period if you get cut off from that point. So I look at it as the same thing.
Right.
So I understand it's a numbers game because I look at getting the chick similar to like me getting a job. Like I have to keep applying till eventually I get a job.
Right.
Even if I gotta,
same thing
as
anything
apply
else.
for like a whole year's worth of time. Like, hey, I gotta put in that work.
Right. And the thing is, the thing is, the game is a numbers game, but also, the better you are, the more you're going to get accomplished. So for example, you might have 2 guys that talk to 100 girls. One guy is gonna probably have sex with 3 of those 100, and another guy may have sex with 15 or 20 out of the 100. You know what I'm saying? They both had to talk to 100, but one's getting more than the other, and usually one will get more of the other. Usually one will get more than the other based off of, their game. You feel what I'm saying? Based off of how they're coming at it. But either way, both still have to talk to a lot of women. And that's the thing that most guys got to understand, because I get dudes all the time, they hit me up, they'll be, like I saw somebody's comment the other day, they said, oh, Miss Locario, you don't understand, some of these guys, their issue is maybe they tried out some of the stuff you said and it didn't work. And I'm like, yeah, of course it's not going to work all the time. This is why it's a numbers game, because it's going to work it's going to work more the more you do it and the more access you have to it. That's like, that's like me saying, oh, I'm selling this book right here, and I have like, if you check my channel, my channel has over 8 million combined views. You feel what I'm saying? Over 8 million. So people, that's like someone saying, well, you selling this book doesn't work because 8 million people haven't bought it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no, 8 million people are not going to buy it. But more than enough people have bought it to where this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? For work. Like, I don't have a 9 to 5. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying, where you need to be so well versed in the game that in general you're doing things that are going to benefit you in the long run, because you're putting it into practice on a consistent basis. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
like I remember the video you just put out, and dude was like, oh, Mr. Locario, you just wanna sell materials and sell books.
Right.
And I'm just, in my mind, I'm listening, but in my mind, I'm just like you already put out there that you don't work a 9 to 5.
Right.
So how else are you supposed to make your money?
Right, exactly. But that's just excuses dudes want to give so that they don't have to admit that game is necessary. You see what I'm saying? Because what they're saying is, they're saying that their excuse was, oh, it's all about looks. So therefore, if you don't look a certain way, chick's not going to want to get with you, and that's the end all be all of everything. So you don't even need to do anything. You just got to look good or have money or have status. And then once you have that, girls are going to fall in your lap or whatever. So they're saying, oh, you're just trying to make money by telling guys that the looks don't really matter, because then you're saying that, oh, well, buy this stuff that's going to teach you the game so that you can get the girls. But they're saying, well, it's all about looks. So they're trying to sort of equate this thing of, you know, I'm saying false shit just to sell something. But like I was saying in the video, is that you can't continuously sell bullshit. That's what people don't understand. Because I always hear this thing on the internet, because I look at so many different message boards. My eyes are glued to so much shit. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is I see a lot of things on message boards, not only about me, but other people, where they'll say, oh, you coaches are scamming people. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, a scam can't work for this long, really. You see what I'm saying? Because at some point, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Honestly, to a degree, I believe that, to a degree, everything works.
Right.
But it may not work for, like you said, it may not work for everybody.
Right.
But I do believe that everything works. Like you said, otherwise people wouldn't even be making money in the first place.
Right, exactly. Because that's what I'm saying. Because the thing is that what you got to understand is, and I like what you said. You said that everything works, but it's not going to work for everybody. And this is a good point that I'm glad you brought that up, because it's a point I wanted to make from before. I'll probably do a whole video on this too, because somebody wrote my comments and they was like, oh, but there's always going to be winners and losers, and some people are going to have to lose because it's balance and it's the yin and the yang. And I was like, yeah, I agree with that. The thing that but the thing that people don't understand is that you choose if you want to be the winner or the loser. That's the issue, because like you said, it's going to work, but it's not going to work for some people. And sometimes the reason why it doesn't work for some people is because they chose to not make it work. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. It's just like anything else. Like it's like somebody trying to lose weight. Losing weight works, but some people choose not to do the things they need to do to lose weight, or they choose not to go the extra mile to try to lose weight. Because you could be in the gym doing a whole bunch of shit, and then you say, damn, well, I'm not losing the weight that I want. Okay, what else can I do? Can I work a little bit harder? Can I eat a little bit better? And then you'll probably start losing weight. But you had to be in that certain mindset to choose to win to get there. And that's the problem with a lot of dudes, is that they don't choose to actually win. They choose to just, sort of throw their hands up. Oh, well, this is too hard. I can't do it, whatever, and I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I did have one question though.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I remember in the past, you and Steve had said that like you should know where you stand in the beginning. Mm-hmm. With a woman and everything, you should know where you stand.
Right.
So like with that being said, I wanted to say is that you should know where you stand because of how you came in the beginning and what you're doing, or is that just just by understanding how women work and everything like that?
Yeah, well, it's understanding how women operate, but also understanding how she's responding to you. And this is why I tell guys, when, like, let's say you go on a date with a girl. Let's say you meet a girl off of Tinder or something, or even let's say you just at a bar and you meet a random girl. Mm-hmm. You should already know, within like the first 5 to 10 minutes, if the girl's into you. You feel what I'm saying? You should already know. Like there's times where like I'll go on a Tinder date, right? Like I'll meet a chick to get drinks, and usually like this is the first time we're seeing each other, right? And what happens is that this is the first time we're actually assessing if we are like, interested in each other now that we're face to face. And so within literally the first 5 minutes, I could already tell if I'm gonna be able to smash this chick. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can tell just by the way she's looking at me, by the way she's talking with me. Within the first 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, this chick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna go down. And 99.999% of the time, it happens when I already see it and know it that way. And the reason why I can see it and know it is based off of how she's responding to me, but also it's based off of how she's responding to me based off of what I'm doing. So this is why I tell guys it's important to flirt. It's important to build sexual tension because a girl's gonna always respond to you based off of that. You see what I mean? Even if, let's say, and everything is a response. So a lot of times guys say, yo, I text this girl, she didn't text me back. That's a response. Her silence is a response, meaning she's not interested. So that's what we mean, where you should know where you stand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I run into the same thing because I sit there and I try to like with some girls that I talk to, I'll sit there and try to escalate things in a sexual manner. And like I'll text them like something like that, like you know, we should get together. I got a bottle of wine. You should come through to the crib.
Right.
And then I never get a response back.
Right.
So then before, what I used to do, I used to just kind of test the water. I was like, wait a minute. She was just, texting me back to back like a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see something. So what are you up to today? Oh, I'm not up to nothing today. Oh, God damn it. You saw that damn message.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I already know what the deal is.
Right,
so it's
right.
like little things.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
That, and I picked up off that.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what it is? You got to understand something. I'm actually going to do a whole video on this because this to break this down. But, and every guy needs to understand this. Women will respond to you based off of their interest level. So this is where this goes to where we talk about knowing where you stand, because you're gonna have women who are extremely into you to the point where they see you as like everything. Like, this guy is the top. He's the man. He's that dude. He's like top of my list. You understand? Then you got the guys who are below that, which is a guy who she sort of likes. You feel what I'm saying? But, he's not, he's like just in case the top guy isn't there, she'll get with this dude, the second guy. Then you got the third guy, who's the guy who she'd have sex with, but that's it. Like, he's only good for sex. Like, but she doesn't see anything. Like, he may be physically attractive, but she's not really into him like that, to where she could see him as like a boyfriend or someone she wants to keep seeing. Just, a random dude she'll fuck with. And then the fourth guy is usually like the friend zone guy, the guy who she's just going to sort of use for attention, the guy who she's never really going to do anything with. So you got those four guys: the main guy, the understudy guy, which is the second guy, the guy who she would fuck, which is the third guy, and then the fucking friend zone dude. So a lot of times you got to see, where am I to that girl? You see what I'm saying? And based off of how she's responding to you, will show you what guy she sees you as. You see what I mean? So the thing is, if you're talking to a girl and you text her, she texts you right back. You say, hey, let's meet on a date for Friday. She's like, cool. And she meets you on a date. She gets there on time. You're chilling with her. You're flirting with her. Everything is good. You're the top guy to her because she's making you a priority. If you text a girl and you say, hey, let's meet up, and she's like, oh yeah, that sounds good, but I'm not sure. Can I get back to you? Or you text her and she doesn't text you back for like maybe 24 hours or whatever. You're the second guy. You're in the second place. You're the guy right below the top guy. So if the top guy falls off, she'll call you. She'll be like, yeah, let's meet up. You see what I mean? So that's how you know you're in that dude, that section. If you're the third guy who she just uses for sex, this could be you just are on the back burner. Maybe for when she's bored and horny, she'll call you up at fucking 11 o'clock at night talking about what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? You're that guy to her. And then if you're the type of guy who she just fucking calls to talk about her issues, calls to talk about, hey, can you help me move? You're the fucking friend zone non-sexual dude. You feel what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I feel.
So you got to see, so based off of her responses to you, you got to see what's going on. And a lot of times, most dudes usually will fall under the second guy. And that's the guy who she's somewhat into you. You're around, but she's still weighing her options. You feel what I mean? That's usually what most guys run into. You know what I'm saying? So,
right, man. But yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. So that's what it is, man.
What you doing, dog? You changing the world.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, have a nice day.
Peace. Yeah, man. But yeah, you gotta see where these chicks Now these chicks are seeing you, man. Crazy. Woo! So what is going on, people? Yeah, this heat is a trip. It's like fucking humid and crazy outside, man. That shit, the air is thick. The air is thick as fuck. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, this is Locario.
What's poppin'? Who's this?
It's got juice.
Who?
Got juice from LA.
Alright, what's going on?
I'm just here for the one thing of the mind of the mind game on the female.
Say that again. You say you want to do what?
The mind game on the female.
You say you're trying to do mind games on a female? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like you was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go to the woman's mind instead of down there.
Oh, you talking about, okay. You talking about when I was saying that, you talking about when I was saying that you have to get a woman's mind instead of just worrying about the pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not a mind game though. It's not necessarily like a mind. See, that's different. Mind games are when you're like playing games and doing a whole bunch of trickery and manipulation in order to get a girl to do certain things. You feel what I'm saying? And that's sort of a form of having her mind, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where you have a girl emotionally attached to you. You feel what I'm saying? And so the way that you're able to do that is that you first have to, when you're interacting with her, you have to be 100% authentic in how you're being with her. Because what's going to happen is that, because this is what most guys do. Most guys, they do what they feel the girl wants to hear. They act in certain ways where they think that this is what the girl is going to respond to. They're not being themselves. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that if you be yourself and you also instill certain insights and knowledge that you have to her, that's what's going to make you get her mind. So what I mean is, for example, if you're talking to a girl, right, and you're this is a girl you're dating or whatever, and let's say she says something that's completely stupid, and you know it's stupid, and you know that you can correct her by putting her on to something that she didn't know before, right? What you're doing at that moment is you're upgrading her mind, right? And so what happens is that she connects that upgrade to you. So now what happens is that since she learned something and you took her to a whole nother like level of thinking and understanding about whatever it was, she connects that feeling to you. So that means that I wasn't able to, this is what's going on with her, is she's saying I wasn't able to get this sort of experience until I was with you, with who you are. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's how you get the girl's mind. Most guys are just doing shit to just try to get pussy, meaning they don't do anything interesting or substantial for a woman to feel like she's losing anything if she doesn't fuck with this dude. Because what you have to ask yourself is, what will the girl feel like she's losing if y'all two stop fucking with each other? You see what I'm saying?
A real nigga.
Exactly right. You see what I'm saying? And so if you just like everybody else, then she ain't really losing nothing. You see what I'm saying? If you're just like a cookie cutter dude like everybody else, it's like, okay, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But if she's getting a certain level of game from you, if she's getting a certain level of know-how, if she's getting a certain level of energy, and this is not even necessarily just you literally saying stuff to her. This is how you act around her. This is how emotionally intelligent you are around her. Meaning, this is how you're acting as a man to display the type of guy you are around her. So you might do something like, so for example, you might be leading her in a situation, and that makes her more attached to you. So let's say, for example, you went to a party with some girl that you dating, right? And so let's say y'all drove there, and let's say you drove to the spot, and she drove to the spot. Y'all just met each other there, and she lost her car keys or some shit in the party. Now, what may happen is she might start panicking. She might be like, "Oh my God, where's my keys? I can't lose my keys. How am I gonna get?" Blah, 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 blah. Oh, do all this shit. So you go up to her and be like, "Listen, calm down, relax. We're gonna get the keys. Where's the last time you remember having them?" And she'd be like, "Oh, they were in my jacket pocket. Okay, let's go back to the room where the jackets are, right?" And then so the whole time you're calm and you're cool, and then y'all end up finding the keys on the floor in the room where the jackets were, right? So now that she found them, the whole time you were acting calm while she was acting crazy. So what's gonna happen is she's gonna look at you and be like, "Damn, this motherfucker was so smooth and calmed me down. That was great. I fucking love that." And then so she attaches that feeling of that experience to you. Like, "Oh, this guy, he's that fucking cool." You understand what I'm saying? He knew how to do that while this other dude I'm dating, while this other guy I'm fucking talking to is calling me all the time, bitching, crying, acting like me, acting like a bitch. This guy's acting like a man. You see what I mean? And so that's how you get her mind, because now she's being even more attached to you because you're displaying characteristics of a man that she feels that she can count on a man that she feels like, damn, this guy is that dude. And so that's what I mean by you have her mind, meaning that all of your interactions with her display that you're the type of dude who she needs to keep fucking with. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That's how you get a chick hooked. That's how you get a chick to want. Because see, some dudes, what they'll do to get a girl hooked is like superficial manipulation. Meaning, they'll do goofy shit like try to insult her and belittle her because they know she's insecure. And then so they'll get her to chase the validation through him by him sort of treating her like crap. And which is that's just like a manipulation tactic, but that's not necessarily anything that you really want, because what you want when you're dealing with chicks is that even when you have her mind and you're upgrading her, what you're doing is that you're molding the chick to be in service to you based off of you instilling that game in her. You see what I'm saying? So if you're just trying to get her mind by manipulating her, you're not doing anything but just basically having her there being in the same position mentally, and you know what I'm saying? And it's just a waste of time. So it's better to get her mind on some authentic shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you know.
And another thing, like, since I read your book and listened to a couple of videos,
right?
Most of like, instead of females my age, older women started saying something to me, and then even though I don't have girls, but it seemed like girls know I got girls, or they be telling me, "Oh, no, I can't," this and that, and some of my friends be saying like, "Oh, let's go somewhere and call up some girls," and then they always want me to call up the girls, but where y'all girls at?
So you say you
they
have
scared to talk.
So you say you have friends that want you to call up their girls? Is that what you say?
No, they want me to call up my girls, because I don't know. It seems like, I guess my name rings bells from girl to girl, and I keep it real. So that's all I know. Right. And then they started, my friend, "Do you know this girl?" And some girls be showing me their friends, show me naked pictures and all that. Like, "Yeah, you know this girl?" I was like, "Nah," but at the same time, she think I know.
Right.
And she showed me a list of girls, like, girls and people hit her up, like, "Yeah, this guy thirsty, this and that," and I'm sitting there quiet. It's like, and then the same thing with my friends, baby, like, I know not to say nothing about my friends, baby mamas, but they be trying to here and there like my pictures on Instagram. And on my birthday, I barely post, "Oh, it's my birthday." She called me a second later and said, "Happy birthday," with balloons and everything. I was like,
hey, well, you getting some chicks, trying to choose and give some attention. You feel what I mean? You know, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
But it's crazy.
That's how it goes
like,
when you when
it's
you
like I
doing
don't
shit.
know what to do. It's just like I want to talk to her, but if I talk to her and then this girl might want to drop her down and try to fight her and stuff like that. Like,
No, well, the thing is, look, man, you know, don't worry about any of that shit. All you got to do is make sure that you're keeping shit real with whoever you fucking with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let them know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is, you know, this is how I'm coming at the situation. Look, I'm fucking with other girls. I might be fucking with her. I'm fucking with you too. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so chicks, they respect that shit because they're like, okay, he's being transparent about what's going on, so that they understand where you know, like, they understand the level of where things are gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even that's, like, I always tell people all the time, even with me, you know, that's why it's so easy for me to deal with multiple women, because I let them know what it is from the beginning. So they already come into the shit knowing what it is, and all the women that's dealing with it, with the situation, know what it is. So there's no, like, oh, you know, I'm doing this behind somebody's back, or this person is gonna feel a certain type of way about this person. Now again, there's sometimes there'll be jealousy here and there, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a little bit more smoother because you're starting from a place of honesty with yourself and all the other people around you. You see what I mean? And then they just, you know, things just fall into line. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know.
Basically, you saying, like, you already explain to her how your program going.
Right.
That she's not supposed to she's not supposed to cross you or nothing off your program. If she do, she already knows she's gonna be gone.
Exactly.
If
she do, then she gotta bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's done. That's all it is.
And then at the same time, she gonna feel like, dang, I don't want to leave because the other girl gonna take my spot, be number one.
That could be it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I mean? So that's what it is, man. That's all it is, bro. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude. I gotta get up out of here. You feel me?
All right, man.
But yeah, appreciate the call, my dude. All right, holla. All right, y'all. So listen, it is about that time. I gotta get up out of here. Boom. Make sure you get How to Have Sex 2 Minutes a Day ebook, hard copy, audiobook. You feel me, man? And Kendall Drive, you said every time you're honest, it doesn't work. What are you talking about? Man, you gotta talk to different chicks, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, that's some shit. But listen. So guys, so I'm trying to do. Hold on, what am I doing? I'm pressing the wrong shit. Hold on. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more live streams during the week, like I was doing before. I've just been busy like crazy. But yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let me shout out all the people in the chat room. We had Asur, Amun Ray, Kenwood Drive, Vern Vito, Enemies Defeated, Ellie Empire, Chili E, SW247, Jermaine Jones, Dreaded P, Derek For Real, Dwayne, who else he had up in this bitch? College of Staten Island was up in here, Shaddy Ratty, Ronnie Ron, shout out to you, Three Kings, Nez, who else is up in this bitch? For Life One Deep, JXN141, AQI. Man, but yo, listen, I appreciate everybody's coming through. We got Dre the Great, the Smart One. And I will see you probably, I might do another one maybe Monday or Wednesday, but it's always going to definitely be Friday. And remember, the live stream is going to be on this channel until my new channel, my regular channel is back when it doesn't have the strike anymore. So, I'll holler at you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.